And good morning. You find me here at a very wet Mexborough railway station in South Yorkshire for the first video of a new series where I'm visiting all the stations by county. So the first one, is all the stations in South Yorkshire, starting at Mexborough, and this morning, first stop after here is going to be Doncaster. So the station here at Mexborough opened in 1871. Currently there's only 2 platforms, but at one point platform 1 used to be an island platform. Unlike most of the stations in South Yorkshire that I'll be visiting, this one is still manned. There is still a ticket office. Unfortunately though, it's closed at the moment. I've had to use one of the ticket machines on the platform. Still got its original Midland Railway building. But it's also got a number of shelters. So I've come down here onto platform 1, and you can see at the back of the platform where it used to be an island platform. It's now overgrown. Having been coming here for many years, I have never known the third platform existing. Never seen any track or anything laid behind here in all the years that I've been coming. So there's an hourly service from here to Sheffield and in the other direction to Adwick. Also, as you've seen, Transpennine Express services pass through here, and also cross country. So usually you'll have quite a few services passing through in between the stopping services. Also get quite a bit of freight passing through here heading towards Doncaster. Unfortunately today I can't get into the waiting room, get into the dry and into the warm. I don't know if you can see, they've got a fish tank in the middle of the waiting room here at Mexborough. I'm just going to go grab a quick drink now. Got a slight wait before the 9:31 northern service to Adwick, which I'm going to catch as far as Doncaster. So I made it to a rather wet Doncaster. Just come down the platform where it's a bit quieter. Gonna have a quick look round, but not spend too much time here. But I will be back later on, because I'm going to be travelling in and out of Doncaster a few times today. At the back of Doncaster, we've got Doncaster West Yard, and then the works at the back. We've got a class 466 parked up there. We've also got 67002. And then I think this is another class 466, which doesn't look as though it's got long for the scrapyard. Doncaster station opened in 1850, and until this century there were 8 platforms, and now there in the distance it's platform 0. Behind it, French Gate Centre and the bus station. When I was growing up, none of that existed. We had an old bus station and car park that you used to stand on the top of, looking down on the East Coast Main Line.
Platform 8 of the 0956 cross-country service to...
Come over onto platform 0. I'm going to go get this class 158 service to Thorne North. It's been the 1105 service to Hull. So I'm here at a very overcast Thorne North, one of 2 stations in Thorne. The other, Thorne South, hope to get to this afternoon. I've only got 10 minutes here, so I'm going to have a quick look round at the station that opened in 1869 on the line from Doncaster to Hull. Services here are operated by Northern, an hourly service in each direction between Hull and Doncaster. Occasional peak services. There's a few additional morning and evening. The old station building is still here and is still manned. There is still a ticket office here. No waiting room in use, but we've got a couple of shelters on the platforms. Now I'm going to catch the next train from here back towards Doncaster, but it's running slightly late. It's supposed to be the 10:33 to Doncaster. So I've come 2 stops down the line to Kirk Sandall. which is a very strange station. 4 tracks, 2 platforms, and it's an island platform. We'll go and have a look round. So as far as station facilities, there's pretty much nothing here. Unmanned station, no station building. There's an interchange with the buses and a few shops to the side, but that is it. Just having a closer look at the outer rails, and they don't look as though they've been used for a while. I imagine mainly used years ago for passing coal trains, avoiding the passenger services. The current station here at Kirk Sandall opened in 1991, served by Northern on the Doncaster to Hull route. Opened as part of the area's rejuvenation after most of the pits closed in the area in the 1980s and 1990s. Well, it didn't take long to have a look round the station because there's pretty much nothing here. I'm going to catch the 11:11 service to Hull to Hatfield and Stainforth. So I'm here at the last station in South Yorkshire on this stretch of line out from Doncaster, Hatfield and Stainforth. Once was quite a large station, a lot of freight passing through on its way to Hull, Grimsby. You can see abandoned mines, sidings over the back of the station, all overgrown. Standing on the footbridge, get a better view. You can see 2 platforms, island platforms you could call them, as they have passing outer for freight services. Again, you can see the old sidings in the back. Always sad to see. Luckily I've already got my ticket for today. I've seen these at a number of stations now in South Yorkshire. You get a map of the station and it's in Braille as well. The old station building, sadly now bricked up, looks as it's probably used for storage. So this is Hatfield and Stainforth. I'm now going to catch the 11:40 service back to Doncaster. I'm going to grab some lunch before heading off to another South Yorkshire station. And I'm back at Doncaster, and I'm going to be catching 12:26 northern service to Leeds as far as Bentley. It's going to be this class 331.
The next train to arrive at platform 8 will be the 12:24 northern service to Scarborough.
Leeds. We will be calling at Bentley, Adwick, South Emsall, Fitzwilliam, Sandland, Wakefield.
So I've made it to Bentley, short trip out from Doncaster. Bentley is on the main line between Doncaster and Leeds, so you do get Zoomers, class 91s flying through here. Just getting up to speed having left Doncaster. You can see behind me there is a level crossing just outside the station. There's no station building though currently in use. What we do have here at Bentley, a number of these posters up. Bentley at war. All celebrating local heroes from World War One. One thing Bentley station does have, Amazon lockers. Seem to be getting more popular at train stations now. And while there's a ticket machine, there is no display, no departure boards at this station. So I've got about 10 minutes now until the next northern service to Adwick, which is the last station towards Leeds in South Yorkshire. Just while I'm waiting for my train, this Bentley station opened in 1992. Last year the passenger figures were 0.13 million, and I can see my train now in the distance heading towards me. And that ideally would have been my next train back to Doncaster. And this is Adwick. There is a travel centre, but it's not specific to the railway. This station opened in 1993. There was previously another station at Adwick, but not on this location. Again, we're a short distance up the line from Bentley on the way towards Leeds. But this is the last station on this line in South Yorkshire. And just like Bentley, this station is targeted at park and ride users for Doncaster and for Leeds. Here at Adwick, unlike at Bentley, we do have departure boards. Got screens on both platforms. And we've got another station map with braille. Just here on the station building, South Yorkshire by train. South Yorkshire being the greyed out section in the middle. So I had a walk around the station, and I'm now going to wait for the 1324 service back to Doncaster. Service that goes on towards Sheffield. But I'm going to get off at Doncaster. So I want to try and get to Thorne South. And here comes my train back to Doncaster. It's the same unit that brought me here. It just heads a little further up the line into the siding to let the LNER services through before its return journey to Sheffield. Back at Doncaster, and to get to Thorne South I'm going to go catch the train to Thorne North, and then I'm going to walk the 1.3 miles between the two stations rather than wait for the next service to Thorne South, as it's a 2-hour service. So I'm back here at Thorne North, and I need to get a move on because I need to get to Thorne South in plenty of time for the train back to Doncaster. And I'm here. Plenty of time. So this is Thorne South, lies on the route between Doncaster and Cleethorpes. 2 platforms. Services here are run by Northern between Doncaster and Scunthorpe. Again, they seem to have put in plenty of clearance for the station bridge, presumably in case this line was electrified, which I can't see it being done in my lifetime. So back in the 1970s, there used to be a substantial station here, and platform 1 across there used to be an island platform, and there was a subway linking the platforms together rather than the footbridge. You can see the waste ground now behind the station where tracks used to run. Still waiting here now for the 1508 service to Doncaster. Shouldn't be too much longer. I'll get back to Doncaster. So I'm back in Doncaster and I'm going to head to my last station of today, Conisborough, which is between here and Sheffield. And here I am at Conisborough, the last station for today. A bit like Mexborough, this station used to have 3 platforms but now only 2. Platform over the other side used to be an island platform, and you can just see in the distance how platform used to be longer and space for the track to go behind. The station was opened on this site in 1849, linking Doncaster and Swinton, which is 2 stops down the line from here towards Sheffield. Last year, passenger numbers were over 80,000, continuing to grow back towards pre-COVID levels. There are a number of station shelters, and the original station building still in existence but no longer in use for the purpose it was built. It's said that back in the 1940s that the actor Donald Pleasance used to live there with his father, who was the station master. And that's all for today. I hope you join me next time in part 2 of all the stations in South Yorkshire.